The information on this program does not constitute medical or health advice. If you have medical issues or questions, you should refer them to your personal physician. All views expressed are merely the opinion of the host and guest. There is no expressed or implied customer relationship formed or intended to be formed with Mattress Express. Hello and welcome back to another week of Pillow Talk. This is Kevin Fear. I am the president and CEO of Mattress Express. I get a lot of people who shoot me emails. You can contact me at pillowtalkquestion@gmail.com. This show plays all over New York State. We play it in markets that we don't have a store in yet, like Binghamton, for example. So if you're listening to this show in Binghamton or another town that we don't have a store in yet, we're coming and we have a store fairly nearby, and we're worth the drive. Why? Why are we worth the drive? Because we're different. No one else in New York State nobody does, has all the brands under one roof that we have, all the technologies under one roof. Bedding is made up of different technologies. What do I mean by that? Well, you've got your traditional inner spring, and there's different variations of that. We've got pocket coil, Bonnell coil, there's all different kinds. You've got foam mattresses, you've got memory foam, you've got latex, and you've got purple, which is the grid. You've got the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort, which is air. You've got Personal Comfort, which is air. We've got Puffy, which is hybrid. We have it all under one roof. Now, we have Tempur-Pedic. I'll tell you the brands. We have Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Purple, Puffy, the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort, Personal Comfort, Posh & Lavish, Therapeutic, the largest selection of flex head beds in New York State. You can come to one store, try all the different beds and all the different technologies, because it's important to know what you don't like. That is as important as what you do like. Make sense? Okay. Anyway, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. I just got off my rant. This is a show about sleep. We interview people in the industry. We talk about different kinds of mattresses. We talk about what different cycles of sleep, pillows, sheets, adjustable bases. We go on and on. This is a holiday show. It's Christmas time. We got a really interesting topic today. If you have kids, I recently got married, and my wife has 3 daughters that are between the ages of 7 and 13. And so I'm not going to tell you it's a new experience, because I've been dating her for a long time, but it's a new experience having children in the house. And I'm rather enjoying it, honestly. But we're going to talk about today how to get your child to sleep on Christmas Eve. Yeah, it's coming quick, right? Next week. So I may even replay this segment next week. So if you're hearing this on Christmas Eve, because I think it would be Christmas Eve day this would play, right? So maybe I will play this again next week. By the way, if you want to reach out to me, you can email me at pillowtalkquestion@gmail.com. Our website is mattressexpressny.com. You can call my stores during business hours at 1-800-NEW-BEDS, 1-800-NEW-BEDS. And let's get to it. This is an article on the sleep site, S-I-T-E, the sleepsite.co.uk, British site, I guess. How to help your kids sleep on Christmas Eve. Now, I haven't even reviewed this article yet. I do this on purpose, so I read it with you. But it says, top tips for Christmas Eve. I say you just keep them up late the night before and get them good and tired. But anyway, agree. And what the heck do I know? I'm new to this stuff, right? Agree on a plan for Christmas Eve. Start by agreeing on a broad plan for Christmas Eve. Make the morning active to tire your children out. Then wind things down late in the afternoon. In the evening, make things even slower and more relaxing to prepare your children for bedtime. Have a set bed and wake time, which everyone agrees with. If you're going away or changing sleep arrangements, agree on who is sleeping where and in what bed too. If you plan to let your children stay up late on Christmas Eve, the best solution is to gradually tweak sleep times in small steps, either 15 or 20 minutes for young kids and toddlers, or 30 minutes for older children in the nights leading up to the big night. What my mother used to do, and it really helped us, I think, it was kind of turned into a tradition, but I think it helped us wind down on Christmas Eve, is she would let us open one gift on Christmas Eve. And, I think that took the edge off a little bit. But I remember being a child and the excitement of trying to go to sleep on Christmas Eve. And I remember it being difficult sometimes. And as soon as their eyes open at 6:01 a.m., they're going to begin waking you up. But it's fun. It is fun. Number 2, if getting up earlier on Christmas Day, wake earlier on Christmas Eve too. I think that's good advice. However, if the plan is for the family to wake up earlier than normal on Christmas Day, the impact of your children's body clock by staggering the change the other way. This would mean waking earlier on Christmas Eve too. That makes a lot of sense, right? If they're going to get up early on Christmas Day, get them up early on Christmas Eve so their body's a little used to going to sleep earlier. Number 3, make the morning physically active. Yep, makes sense. Get your children outside to exercise. Well, clearly they're not in central New York, but this burns off energy and provides a deeper and more refreshing night's sleep. Have all the tech and boisterous games in the afternoon. Schedule any boisterous indoor games, computer games in the afternoon rather than in the evening. Loud music is better in the afternoon too. Makes sense. You want them to wind down at night. This is an article, if you're just joining us, this is Kevin Fear. This is Pillow Talk, and we're talking about how to get your children to fall asleep on Christmas Eve. I'll bet a lot of people that are listening that don't have young kids in the house are having great memories right now, right? All those years of Christmas. The small kids are fun, right? Avoid too much sugar. It reduces sleep quality. Makes sense? Technology curfew. Keep all normal tech curfews. Ideally, all technology, which includes computer games, mobile phones, should be switched off at least 2 hours before sleep. Yep, makes sense. It's amazing if you have small kids in the house, how focused they can get. We're really careful with technology in my house. You put an iPad in their hand and they are hypnotized. I think it's something you have to be very careful with these days. We limit, in my household, we really limit the time they can do that. There's some good learning programs they use, but it's almost unhealthy in my view how they latch onto that. But nevertheless, do a bedtime countdown. Give your children plenty of notice, 30, 20, and 10-minute time warnings to the agreed bedtime. Children tend to lose track of time when they're excited, although they can be taught the concept of time from a very young age. Great point. This is the sleep site, site.co.uk. We're talking about how to get your children to fall asleep Christmas Eve. Number 8, keep the routine going. Our brains love habits. Therefore, maintain your child's usual bedtime routine. Warm bath, brush teeth, and even story if you are allowing longer for this, given the excitement of Christmas Eve. Allow extra time to get to sleep. If you want to maintain the same sleep and wake time that you are finding it is taking your children longer to get to sleep due to the excitement of Christmas, you should get them into bed a half hour earlier to allow for the additional time needed. Makes sense. Good advice. Last but not least, set a good example. Children tend to copy what we do. That is so true. And that's something you really got to keep in mind. I'm learning too. I have to be really careful, but they're also more likely to agree and buy into rules if they feel that they are fair. Therefore, always set a good example by going to bed on time and having boundaries around tech stop time for yourself as well. Great stuff. This is Kevin Fear. It's Christmas time. This is how to get your kids to go to sleep on Christmas Eve. Whatever holiday you're celebrating, I hope you have a very happy holiday. If you're celebrating Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas. We will be open Christmas Eve until 2 p.m. at all stores, probably longer at the mall, whenever the Destiny Mall is open till. And you can shop online. We have great purple pillows. A lot of people buy gift certificates or beds for people, something to keep in mind. All our locations are at mattressexpressny.com. You can call 1-800-NEW-BEDS. We're going into the break. Stick around. This is our holiday show at Mattress Express. This is Pillow Talk. This is Kevin Fear. We will be right back.